So if you look at this one here, okay, setup-wise, I say was a little bit on the tippy toes there, so just try to feel a little bit sort of sunk back in. Not massively, but you want the weight to be more on the arch of your feet rather than your toes, okay? So this club goes back now, club whips way inside there, disappears. So the back of your left hand now is already kind of pointing up there somewhere. You continue on round the left wrist now, kind of cupped here, club face open, left arm really low, okay? So you've got a flat left arm, which would encourage more of a hook or an inside path, and an open club face, which encourages more of a slice. Therein lies the problem.
So if you had that arm, but with an uncapped wrist,
you did big hooks.
You did a big hook.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
If you had this left arm with a cut wrist, you did a big slice. What we want to try and do is get that left arm with a square club face. So your arms create a swing plane, a swing path, which could encourage slices and hooks.
So that's better, you're saying?
This was much better, This top of the backswing here now, as you turn there, that was good. You look at your left wrist there.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You compare that backswing.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
So your left arm's a lot higher. The club face now is forearm. There's your club face there. Okay. Whereas that's the club.
Yeah, it's
that's kind of the
steeper, isn't it?
That's the club. Oh, I can't remember what's going on. Don't like it. That's the club face kind of there, but your left arm is there. So if you lifted your left arm up here, the club now would kind of be down there. Yeah. Because if your left wrist is there, you lift your arm up. The club now is going to tip with it. So you might look at that club. That club's not too bad in terms of where that club is there and that one's there the same. But how you've got there, exactly. So that's the thing. So when your left arm comes back now, because you're coming back now this way, as you come back to the golf ball, there's the back of your left hand facing just back to the black there on the glove, facing out there. As you're at this golf ball, the club face now is a lot straighter. That ball's flying now. It's a little bit low on the club face, but the path and the swing path and the club face were more neutral. So it's a squarer contact. Whereas this one here now on the right there, okay, as you're coming back to the golf ball, because you were trying to make some adjustments there, you can see almost leaning back to try and almost save it, trying to flick it. Ball goes into the screen out to the right, almost trying to use your hands to try and save it. Popped a bit high, and the strike was again, the first 10 or 15 shots you had were like a red out display.
All over the place,
there was no kind of consistency, okay? At least now we've seen there's been a couple of pulley ones, but that's going to be very common because your left wrist now is going to be in a stronger position, and you're still part of you that thinks, I need to go left somewhere.
So So is that a path thing?
That is a path thing, You need to get that from here. It's turn into that right hip. So you turn then to that right hip into that heel there. So you can see the weight going to that right heel. And then from there, think pebble skim that you're going to move your left hips towards target this way, So you're going to move from here and you're going to shift. And you actually do it up against the wall. Stand up against the wall. This is obviously higher. So you sort of set up here and then go. And just do that, And then just start bringing your arm into play. Okay, this is what's going to send the golf club now towards target. If I twist, my hip goes a long way away from that wall.
So what did they do here? How did this pan out?
This is pretty good to be fair. You won't be able to sit too much from there, but you can see there at impact now, your hips are slightly rotated. That's just for impact. But your shoulders, for me, are nicely squared off towards target. That's pretty good. So your right arm staying under. So that left arm is higher than the right arm, which is, again, sort of this position here. When you're doing that, if you're doing that over the top, this arm would be high. The fact you kind of see that movement here now is good. You get kind of better position there. And getting the path more into the golf ball where you want to get to. Like I say, it was a little bit low on the club face, but hey, the club's going from a very different position to what you're used to. The strike will fluctuate a little bit. That's why I said, how do you change your swing path? If you were, for example, as you said on the golf course on Saturday, steep, which would be higher than that. We've moved your arm from down here to there. If you were up here, so say you were on the blue line on the Saturday, steep, and you were then down here on the yellow line today, you missed the ball. You've moved your arm up there anyway, and the strike has got a bit funky. There's a few sort of toey, heely, bottomy strikes here because you're changing where your arms are coming to the golf ball. But if you moved as much as you said you thought you were to where you are today, I mean, you'd be having air shots, which not going to happen. And to move that much would take an awful lot of change.
It's just the small adjustments feel physically massive, don't they? They just
massively. Exactly. Always going to feel a bit strange and stuff because an inch feels a mile in golf. So left wrist is going to control club face. Turn into that right hip, slide that hip. Apart from the club face, everything there was brilliant. Path was decent. Just the club face was a little bit open and didn't quite get the strike, but your left arm was in a good spot. The path was good. Just the face was a few degrees open there. Started on a good line, yeah. Had that club face been a little bit less, it wouldn't have been so much. Yeah. Exactly, mate. Yeah. Make sense, then, yeah.
Yeah, no, it does.
Cool.